Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests. Welcome to the Ashley Gilbert and Chrissy O'Sullivan Theatre, where tonight, the greatest season of the greatest game of all will become the greatest musical of all. Please observe the time-honoured tradition of Rugby League pantomime. If you see something on stage or screen that you like, cheer with all your passion. But if you see something on stage you don't like, boo with all your vehemence and outrage. Prepare to sing, prepare to jeer, prepare to cheer. Welcome to Rugby League, the musical season review and grand final preview.
I've got to turn the mic on. There it is. Hello, good evening. Wow, very weird being here. Thanks all for tuning in. What do we got? I just had to turn Facebook off because it was feeding back through the loop, and this is a very technical. Hello, good evening. I'm Dennis Carnahan. I'm from Rugby League, the musical, here to review the season, and I'm hoping you're all going to enjoy this show. Normally, I would have done about 20 or 30 shows, probably 30 or 40 by this time of the year. But because of COVID, because of lockdown, etc., I've done nothing. I was scheduled to be playing at the Bridge Hotel, and a big shout out to Richard and Jen at the Bridge. Miss you guys. We're supposed to be playing there Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and it was a shame because if I was playing Monday, there's so much new material just coming out as the day goes on. So much stuff. So exciting. But I was supposed to be playing there, but hey, Tony, we had to can it, so we pulled out. Hopefully we'll be back there for Cricket the Musical in the new year. But instead, I'm coming here online. Now, I'm doing it, I'm calling it unplugged. I'm massively plugged in, though. There's thousands of lights and speakers and computers and things. And I'll turn the guitar on. And is anyone sending me messages? Oh, I was expecting some messages saying, can you turn it down? Can you do something else? But, okay. So there's a heap of people texting saying, when's it on? I'm about to tune in. Facebook software didn't quite work the way it said it would. It wanted me to use my webcam instead of this fancy setup I've got set up. Oh, that fancy setup's what I meant. But there are people tuned in, so we'll start. And straight away, we've got a request to take the shirt off. Now, you'll find in the description on Facebook and on YouTube, there's a link to tips. And if anyone puts up a price, suggests a price for the shirt to come off, I'll do that. Now, I had a Facebook poll. I didn't shave. This is actually a beard, not a mustache. It's just a snow of many winters, so it's not quite Brad Parker. But anyway, let's get on with this show, see if it's in tune. It seems to be. Probably going to need that up. Don't need that up. Don't need that yet. That might come in handy. Yes, that will come in handy. I'll need that. Okay. So, let's see how we go here. The season started way back in, I can't even remember what month. And all off season, everyone was talking about one thing and one thing only. Cam Smith. Now, I will just point out, I said before, this is a very tricky technical operation. There's a lot of things going on. That's a second camera right there, and there's another camera over here. So there's a lot of buttons to press, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And I've been told already there's been some errors. So if you see anything going wrong with the pictures, if you see anything that shouldn't be here, please let me know. And with reactions, I guess if you give us a like, if you like what you're seeing, feel free to put money in the tips jar. If you don't, I haven't worked out how to get, you'll see a little tips jar there. What I want to have is a little tomatoes jar here that people can pick up and throw at the screen, because I think that'll be a lovely addition to it. But anyway, the start of the year started off with a kind of a tragedy. This is really experimental what I'm doing here. This may well screw up, but I'm going to have a crack at it. need to have screen. Oh, look, there we go. Got a little screen. See if this works. So as I was saying, the start of the year, we were all wondering what would happen. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Cam Smith will not go round again. He kept us waiting all the off-season, playing ducks and drakes without reason. And the day before the season starts, he reveals his statue and the news that Cam's retired. Everyone but Storm fans believe that Cam controlled the referees.
He's the greatest con artist in the game.
Nobody knew the game as well as him, but beneath his halo sat a villain's grin. And next time Bellamy swears as he tries to fix his car, who's going to laugh now that Cam's retired? That night at Shark Park I saw 15,000 people boo and roar as Matt Jenkins sent him to the bin for a little bit of back-chatting. Cameron hadn't been sent to the bin before in 16 years, and yet they cheered. Is that why Cam retired? Bailey Simonson's relieved. Cam won't be pulling on his ears. Then one can win as many games as Cam. He'll be an immortal yet divides the fans. And who's gonna be Rugby League's pantomime villain now and stir the crowds now that Cam's retired? Oh, goodness. Language, Craig. Okay, there's song one. Got through it. The rest of them are a little bit less experimental than that, so people are saying good riddance too. Happy Rugby League to you, Terry Bull, as well. Hang on, I'm getting sledged here, am I? Ben Pollock, Gus Warland, Luke Saunders. How are you, Benny? Gee, I tell you what, wouldn't it be great to have Benny Pollock tuning in? Don't tempt me. I'm very, very tempted already, and I've barely even started. Anyway, so we've gotten through week one. I can close those lyrics. And there we go. Week two, all the talk was about a young man. Now, in last year, the NRL, they made a big committee, and everyone loves a committee. They made it a couple of years ago, a big committee looking after the welfare of young players. So this was a genuine thing, that there was young players who were getting themselves into trouble. I'm not talking about what the Storm got up to. I'm talking about genuine trouble. And they decided that they'd make a hard and fast rule. It was too complicated. Let's just make a hard and fast rule. You can't play until you're 18. That's it. And what a great idea it was. It was looking after players' welfare, even though, Laurie Daly might have started at 17, etc., etc. They thought, let's just make it hard and fast. But that's not how it works in the NRL. Let's see if I can play this. Joseph Suwali was just 17, but the hype on him was way beyond compare. He couldn't play for the Bunnies until he turned 18. Then the Wallabies said, come play with me, and the NRL got a great big scare. They couldn't lose him to rugby. They said they might make him exempt. Then the Roosters went boom, and somehow and left Russell high and dry. But with the Morris twins, Toops, Manu and Tedesco, he'll never play for the Tricolours. Ooh, so he's playing for the Bears. But at least we know he's too young to go for 1,000 beers at Northeast. But there's no room for him unless there's injury or origin for the Morris twins, Toops, Manu and Tedesco. Then he might play for the Tricolours. Ooh, but now he's playing for the Bears. Oh yes, he's playing for the Bears. Oh yes, he's playing for the Bears. Whew. I should explain, there's going to be some people watching this who haven't necessarily been rugby league fans and read the papers every day. I'm sorry, Michael Carianis. It's not everyone that reads you every day and knows that your column's on a Thursday. So just, if that's the case, just maybe turn it up and enjoy the tunes, kind of tune out to the lyrics and there's a lot of in-jokes in there. If I had the video all set up for everything, it'd be, maybe a little bit more fun, but it's unplugged. So, Joseph Suwali. Yes, so that's happened. Now, the following week, week 3. So for those who've just come in, I can see a few people keep logging on. Just going through the season, we're up to week 3. I've done a song every week on the season for ABC Grandstand, but obviously what's being expressed here tonight are not the opinions of ABC Grandstand. So if you see something you don't like, if I say something you don't like, don't be calling ITA. Just throw a tomato at your screen. That's the best idea. I might have myself a little drink after that one. Bear with me. Oh, I'll put this on for a second. Oh, how good's that? Ah, that's better. Now, week 3. Week 3 of the 2021 NRL season was the anniversary of the closing of the 2020 NRL season. This is the week that Peter V'landys really stood up in 2020. And he came up with the plan to bring it back. The Apollo plan. Oh, such exciting stuff. But exactly 1 year before round 3, people were wondering what the hell was going to happen with Rugby League. So this is a little song about that. If I can remember how it goes. Months ago, everything was shutting down. Rugby League was cancelled after the second round. All the critics went to town. Berejiklian and Palaszczuk were shutting the borders down. League needed a hero, someone with a plan, someone with a history of taking command, who got the barrier draw right on the Opera House sales, who kept racing going when all other sports had failed. It's V'landys, that's the man. When everything's breaking down. Oh, hang on. So when everything's breaking. Get the Apollo plan. He got money from the bank. He got the broadcast partners eating from his hands. He set the world on fire. He looks like a vampire. I'm telling you, folks, you're looking at V'landys. He's V'landys. He changed the name of the game from rugby to rugby. He gave us one referee. We didn't need another. He got the oven bell. Get the AFL hell! I'm telling you, boys, you're looking for V'landys. He's V'landys. is Fernandez. I couldn't work out the timing of that. Everything's breaking down. That's how it goes. Whew. Yeah, so you'll see another issue you're going to find here is that when I record these songs, when I write them, I record them. I sit here in this very dungeon studio. I sit here and record on this very microphone, on this system here, not that system there. And basically, I sing it until I get it right. And that means I'm singing it dozens of times, and God knows what the neighbours think at 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning when I'm screaming out strange words. But it means that I practice it 99 times wrong and get it right once, which is the opposite. What you want to do practicing is practicing it 100 times right, and that embeds, you play like you train, is what the footy players say. So, yes, anyway. There may be some mistakes is what I'm saying, but it's live, it's unplugged, and it's free! And the reason I didn't put a ticket price on is because I just did not know how this was going to go. I didn't know if it was going to work. I actually didn't know if it was going to happen at all. And I saw got the email from the Telegraph yesterday, about 6 emails a day, and it said a huge storm is expected to come and bash the coast. Now, obviously they were talking about the Rugby League. I thought they were talking about the weather. It turns out the storm is not quite as bad. But anyway, let's move on. Week 4 that'll take us to. And week 4. Now, another thing I'm going to do here, there's only one song I've changed the words to since I originally did it. And that was only 2 weeks ago. And you'll see why. It's going to be like the third last song. I've got a song list up there. I'm looking at the wrong camera too. Yes, I've only changed the words to one song. So they're as they were, these little time capsules of the week. So this is a time capsule of week 4. And I've made some predictions in this song about week 4. And you can be your own judge about how I went. Well, this team has AJ at fullback, Jamal at halfback, Justin Holbrook. Well, it's the Gold Coast Titans. Gold Coast Titans, the best Queensland team by a mile. Go Titans, Gold Coast Titans. Gold Coast Titans beat the Broncos and the Cowboys in style. Go Titans, Gold Coast Titans. North of the Tweed, they reign supreme. Gold Coast Titans. Go, 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 Gold Coast. They failed as the Seagulls and they failed as the Giants too. No Seagulls, no Giants. Failed as the Chargers in the AFL, the Suns just lose. What's the AFL? What's the AFL? They used to be a transit lounge. There's players sticking around. Retirees have all gone. Now they're Queensland's #1 Gold Coast Titans. AJ Brimson's playing great and getting better each week. Go AJ, go AJ. Poor old Fogarty, he's Papa Lee, his footsteps in his sleep. No Papa, no. There's Don and Thompson in the backs, Kevin Proctor in the pack. There's a giant in the team for us who are we Gold Coast Titans. Gold Coast Titans, they started this week in the top 4. Go Titans, Gold Coast Titans. With Ash coming back, they're gonna make it to the finals for sure. Week 4. I'm just putting it out there. I'm gonna sing that verse again. This is round 4, remember. So this is the end of week 3. Gold Coast Titans started this week in the top 4. Go Titans, Gold Coast. With Ash Taylor coming back, they're gonna make it to the finals for sure. Gets it right. North of the Tweed, they reign supreme. They're finally the best Queensland team. Gold Coast Titans, 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 Titans. Oh, there it is. With the prediction that comes right. I think in 28 songs, I'll maybe get 2 or 3. So you've got to celebrate the wins you get. And there wasn't a lot of wins to celebrate for some of us this year. Glory days. But anyway, we'll get onto that a little bit later, I hope. Yes, not right now. Now, every year, one of the great joys... Should I just... any comments here? How do you share it? Daniel, I don't know, but lovely to see you. And also, oh, there you go. Hit the arrow next to like. That's how you share it. And Jonty Gibbs has tuned in. Hello, Jonty. Lovely to hear from you. That's and obviously Jonty's a sponsor of mine. Oh, look at him go. How good's Jonty looking? He's got a beard. Now, that's actually what you should be doing. In case you haven't already, go to the fridge. I am so much funnier if you had a couple of beers. I've got mine for after the show just here. Some cold gold. And I should point out as well, maybe go to the kitchen, grab an orange and get it cut up ready for halftime, because there is a halftime break and I can't hand out oranges. And I'm afraid that Vossi in the halftime break, he actually says there's oranges at the bar. Well, there is no bar. So there can't be oranges at the bar, can there? Last year, I did one show at the Paddo RSL and we weren't allowed to have oranges. We weren't allowed to have free oranges. It was a real shame. But anyway, where were we? We're in week 5. Oh, week 5. Now, one of the great things each year, there's obviously, we'll get to it a bit later, the main pantomime comes from the off-field misbehaviour. We'll get onto that. Oh, boy! But on field, and I guess off-field as well, the joys this year, it's always a betting who's going to get sacked, and hasn't there been some great stuff with Madge this year? We'll get onto him in a moment as well. But the first one to go, the first cab off the rank. So if this is the Dally M's for coaches, the first coach to get sacked, that's the award. The Dally M goes to... the NRL deregistered Flanagan. They believed that he was coaching while he was banned, so the Sharkies put him to the sword. Bomber Morris came in, everybody smiled. Everything was looking good for a while. He didn't know what dangers lurked there in the Sharkies board. Sharks coach was sacked. They took him in and they spat him out. He didn't want it for his final year. Sharks coach was sacked. He inherited a messed up salary cap. There were injuries and players that were playing crap. Still, he made the top 8 his benchmark. Fitzgibbon signed for next year, but they needed a filler. They signed the most famous guy, Mia Gorilla. Night watchman for the Cowboys has somehow jumped the Sharks. Sharks coach was sacked. Yeah, they took him in and they spat him out. They didn't want him for his final year. Sharks coach was sacked. Finishing top 8, couldn't save his fate. Now there's others who have done it catches, but the Sharks coach was sacked. Hey! 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 Sharks coach was sacked. 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 Whew. Boy, got a little bit lost there, but I got through it. Yes. Haven't really had enough time to memorise the words. Oh, this one's going to be fascinating. Now, this one would have been a lot of fun if I had some film clips. I'm going to assume some knowledge here. I'm going to assume that you saw what happened here because there was so much drama. And boy, I might just take that off for the moment. Boy, didn't the Tigers have a year? And isn't it great that Madge has been kept by the Tigers? There was a lot of talk that Madge was going to go and a lot of... but he didn't. In fact, was that... someone tell me, was that the only coach sacking? Oh, there we go. Chris Gale stands with Madge. Oh, someone's saying Ricky out. Some clown. Oh, I'm meant to be doing the clown here. I'm meant to do the Ricky out. God, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Oh. I'll get there. But yes, it was an amazing event, and it just summed up so much about the West's Tigers. This is going to be quite a challenge to sing. I might just whack the Rugby League the musical logo up again and have another drink. There we go. And we're back. Right. So how do we do this? This is quite a challenging song to do on one guitar. So I'm going to again put you back in where in week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is about a game that happened in week 6, and I've written it just the week after. So we're going back in time, and as such, I'm speaking about time relative to the point I wrote the song. So I say 2 weeks ago, because that's when it happened. So I'm not saying 2 weeks ago, it happened 2 weeks ago. It happened 2 weeks ago when I wrote the song, which is week 7, so it means it's week 5. This is a problem. If I don't have an audience booing me, I'm just going to keep talking. 2 weeks, how's it go? 2 weeks ago, on a Saturday night, game that West could win if they played it right. The Tigers led the Rabbitohs 14-6 with 10 to go. Game on. Then Gay Guy scored a Rabbits try, a 2-point field goal, and the scores were tied. 1 minute in, golden point extra time. Thomas Burgess crossed the line, but maybe Tommy bounced it. Then Brooks ran off and scored. When the bunker ref announced it, Tom's try went on the board, and then poor Madge went mad, went really, really mad. He thought a win was had, but he lost again instead, and that's why mad. At Stadium, Australia, the Tigers' golden point has been a failure. They're none from 6 at that stadium. Overall, their winning rate is 26%. But to have a try awarded, and then when it gets reviewed, turns out the other team has scored it. What a Tigers win or lose, and then poor Madge went mad, went really, really mad. He thought a win was had, but he lost again instead, and that's why Madge went mad, went really, really mad. And the Tigers have no answer right now. Can they win another game? Poor Madge. Ow! What have we got here? There we go. Now, I think that's actually one of my favourite lines that I've ever written over here, if I can find it. But to have a try awarded, then when it gets reviewed, turns out the other team has scored it. What a Tigers way to lose. I don't think there's another club in the NRL who would actually be able to win like that. Really, and gee, appreciate the fact that the Bunnies were the ones that won and they're in the grand final. Goodness. Imagine. No. Okay, this is going to be quite complicated. The following week, so we've had coaches sacked. The first coach was sacked. That was a great event. Then, of course, the next step was the halfbacks. And players being off contract, and there's no draft in the NRL, so you can't. Players are just contracts mean nothing, and contracts. I wish I had one here because I just tear it up. Because this is what happens. They just get torn up for no reason. Tear up the contract, and people break the contracts. It's almost meaningless. But in the middle of the season, there was so much interest in number 7s, and I don't mean number 7s as in just like the number and numerology. I mean the halfbacks. They were going round and round and round. And yes, I know, the people who know that I'm a Raiders fan, yes, I know that maybe it wasn't necessarily the best year for our halfback. Although, God, Sammy Williams came in and scored a double against Manly. Yeah, how good was that? God, so that means that Sammy Williams, and I was saying this in the preview yesterday or the day before, Sammy Williams scored a double this year, as did Mark Nosey Nichols, the boy from Leeton who's playing for the Rabbitohs, former Raider. So Nosey and Sam both scored doubles this year. Now, Sam Williams, 13 months ago, captained the Raiders against the Sharks and won. So he has a 100% winning rate as captain. Nosey Nichols, a couple of weeks ago, he captained the Rabbitohs 100% winning rate. Now, I haven't checked if Jack Billman's watching or not, but Jack Billman's a boy from Canberra who plays a little bit of blues guitar. Look him up. He's actually really good, and I feel sorry for Jack Billman because Jack Billman lived in a house with Sam Williams and Nosy Nichols. Both two-try heroes. Jack, both captains with a 100% winning rate. Jack, so Jack just has to get a tattoo of a goat somewhere on his body. And I think he should get a tattoo as well of Sam Williams, just a Sam Williams tattoo. But what are you doing, Jack Billman? Where's your aria? Where's your best new artist? Where's your oldest new artist? Where's your aria? Bring it out, Jack Billman. Bring it out. Anyway, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this with guitar. There's a couple I haven't actually even played. So I've just got the chords. We're going to bang and hope. How's it go? No, that sounds wrong. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adam Reynolds might have to move to the Shy. He's the best kicker around the corner. Signed with the Cowboys and he wasn't cheap. Now where does that leave? Drinkwater, Moylan, Johnson, all off contract and they might be moving on some. Bronx lost, Didden and Milford is off contract and coming up short. He's been no good, so Kevy dumped him. Where is Timmy Trumpet? Little Adam Reynolds to the Shire. Neither Johnson nor Moylan want to retire. The Sharks let Townsend go to the Cows alongside Didden, who might live now. But what's Drinkwater gonna do? The Cows have 3 hubs, they only need 2. With Milford off contract at the Bronx, maybe they should look at getting Cooper Cronk. Oh! Oh, hang on, where's my Timmy Trumpet? I can play some trumpet. There we go. When 1-7 jumps, they all move around. That's the halfback merry-go-round. If Reynolds is gone, Souths might find they need to get old Benji Marshall re-signed. Meanwhile at the Bronx, with Didden gone, they're sniffing round Moses and Sean Johnson. Little Adam Reynolds to the Shire. Maybe Benji Marshall won't retire. If Mitchell Moses goes to Brisbane, poor Brody Croft gets dumped again. The Cows, Jake Glickman's gone to the Knights. Jackson Hastings to the Tigers. Meanwhile, Moses is shopping around. That's the number 7 merry-go-round. Oh! Well, there we go. So a lot of that was predictive stuff. Adam Reynolds didn't go to the Shire. He's gone to the Broncos. He is the best kicker around the corner. Chad Townsend signed with the Cowboys. Drinkwater, Johnson. Where's Johnson going? Where's Moore? I think they're staying at the Sharks. I don't know. But that's going to get us on to the Raiders halfback situation. So let's just skip off that. We're going to move to week 9. Now, I think we've skipped 1 week. We skipped week... we skipped week 5 because in week 5 we had Jared Maxwell on as a guest. And Jared Maxwell is normally part of the show. In fact, that's Jared's shirt just behind me there. If we go to the other, you can see the bottom of Jared's shirt there. But because of the nature of this show, Jared couldn't be here tonight, obviously, because of lockdown, which is very, tragic. And it would be great because this would have been the first Rugby League, the musical, that he performed and attended while being the boss of the referees. And I couldn't bring him out, but big hello to Horse Maxwell and all the referees watching. So I'm not going to be doing the referees' victory song. Now, I feel it would be a bit unfair to do it before the grand final. I'm expecting Jerry Sutton to sing it after the grand final, and I wish I could be up in Brisbane to lead the boys in the sheds and sing the referees' victory song with them. And those who don't know about this marvellous piece of history, you'll find it on the YouTube page. It's a historic piece, but because of the nature of it, it's not really a guitar song. It needs a full brass band and the referees' old boys choir to really get it going. And hopefully, like I said, Channel 9 will be in the sheds. Jerry Sutton, after just smashing the grand final, is going to be singing it. And it'll be a tremendous, tremendous thing. I did love the article today about Jerry talking There's all this tension between Wayne and Ivan. And, oh, shit, I haven't written my grand final preview song. I've got the idea, just haven't finished it. Hi, Ralph. But they'll come out a bit later. But anyway, so we're not going to do that tonight. But what did happen, though, before week 9 started, Graham Annesley came out and said there's been a lot of foul play, a lot of things we need to stop, a lot of things we don't like. There's let's go back to here, shall we? Head highs were a problem, and then of course there was a Roosters player who copped a thing in his his back, and so they decided to have a crackdown. The referee's boss and the referees all got together and said, we're going to have a crackdown. Players couldn't give a rat's ass. The referees didn't actually do that much because the players, it's in their interests, it seems, not to obey the rules. Like if they give away penalties on the first tackle, well, they're not. All they do is they get one of those babies, which, if it's on the first tackle, who cares? They like that. And if they're holding players down, they like to do it. They call it professional fouls. Now, this worries me. There's things in the media this week about rugby league players doing certain things that might be against the law, that they're allegedly doing things that might be against the law. Now, if we're saying to them you shouldn't be breaking the laws, why are we saying to them, but it's okay to do professional fouls? Why is it people think that professional fouls are a good thing? They put the word professional in there. When I was growing up, breaking rules to get tactical advantage was called cheating. But professional sportsmen hate that. If they're breaking the rules for tactical advantage, they are cheating. It shouldn't be rewarded. But apparently it is. So anyway, this is a little song I wrote a few years ago, and some of the older members of the audience, or some of the more AstraZeneca members of the audience might know this one, a little cracker that was on Countdown in about 1974. I'm ready for Chris Gale to correct me. It might be 75. One of my favourite artists and a great fan of rugby league, David Wessex. Hold them down, don't let them go. Oh no. Wait till your defenders are in line, then let go. Nice and slow, you can win games easy. All you have to do is slow their ruck speed. So hold them down, don't let them go. Hold them down, don't let them go. Oh no. It's an art to give an early tackle, count, set, restart. It's just smart, cause it gives us more time to build a nicely structured defensive line. So hold them down, don't let them go. Annesley's called for a crackdown, but we won't listen to him. We're rewarded for cheating when the refs won't use the sin bin. So hold them down, hold them down, don't let them go. What's doing? So a big shout out to all the referees out there, especially some of them. It seems unnecessary how good looking some of them are. I mean, I'm thinking about Joey Atkins. Oh, what a spunk. And Zbigniew Shklasser-Adamski. Oh my goodness, those cheekbones, you could hang a whole fashion empire off those. Anyway, so that's what happened in round 8. There was an edict that there was going to be a crackdown. Nothing happened. Players were lying all over. Players were going higher. Jared Rea-Hargreaves remained on the field and still remained on the field. Unbelievable. We may well get onto that. But before we do this, next week we've got week 10 now. So this is the week of the magic round. So obviously I'm writing these songs after week 9 into round 10. So this is played in round 10. This one's quite a painful one. This one's going to hurt a little bit. There's a couple that will hurt a little bit. I've had to resort to Stevie Wonder to try and lift my spirits on this, which is because there's so many chords in here. Like, there's so many unnecessary chords with funny bass notes in them. But anyway, this is a song which it may well be a little bit high as well. God knows what the neighbours are thinking right now. The Raiders start the game so strong. This is their week, what could go wrong? The fans cheer them on till half-time's over. But something happens in the sheds, and then the Raiders bow their heads and lose the game instead once half-time's over. What the hell is it that happens at half-time? They're like two teams, Jekyll and Hyde. They are winners 1 minute, not the next. Has someone cast some kind of hex against the Knights and Rabbitohs, against the Cowboys Warriors? The Raiders led the game till halftime was over. Against the Panthers weeks ago, for half an hour they ran the show, but then they let it go when halftime was over. Thank God we got the Bulldogs magic round. They're the team, wooden spoon bound. We've been outscored 93-8. Why does the game have to go so late? Hang on. Nope. Maybe Volandis and Rick should meet, and then the two of them agree that they can end the game when halftime's over. Pete's made it faster every week, just 40 minutes would be sweet. The Raiders hit their peak before halftime's over. They're always in the game till halftime's over. Maybe things will change once the season's half over. Woo! Boy. Oh. Apparently shaving's not that. Thank you for that. Lovely. The crackdown has faded. Greg Cross is saying the crackdown has faded to a distant memory. Well, remembering, Greg, we're going on a time travel here. So we're currently, we'll just nix that. We're in week 11, which means week 11, I wrote it after week 10. And in week 10, we had Magic Round. Oh, damn, what I need is, I need magic effects, don't I? I haven't got magic effects here. Whoosh, something like that, something magical. No, that's not magical. They're in the next room. I've put them in my son's bedroom. How he does. I've had to take some stuff out of the studio. My son's bailed, so his bedroom's full of, boy, it's normally a mess. Now it's a complete shit fight. Anyway, let's move on. Referees, they're kind of, in a lot of ways, they're the pantomime villains. Well, goodness, where'd that come from? I say pantomime villain and that turns up? No. Oh, the hell out of the way. If you do see anything funny going on with the screen like that, obviously there's a bug in the system there. And if you see that, please let me know. And let me know where it is. It's very important in pantomime that you know where the villains are. If you can see them, if they're in front of you, that's okay. But it's when you can't see them because they're not in front of you. So I'm looking for a comment. Anyway, I might tune this at halftime. Anyway, I'm talking nonsense because there's no audience to keep me in check. And Jimmy, I suspect, is cracking a lot of corn in between songs. Is that you? So we've gotten here. And this was a very exciting time. How does this go on guitar? A minor flat 6. Fuck me. Oh, there we go. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Now listen to this. We have to stop players from going high if we want rugby league to survive. If players cheat to give away a set restart, we're gonna have to come down hard. I love coming down hard. Now in round 9 we didn't use all the powers we have to choose. So if they defy or whine, we'll play the only way that makes them obey. You know what we need? We need a crackdown, crackdown. We'll have a crackdown. Didn't listen in round 9, so we'll go harder. Magic round, crackdown, crackdown in magic round. Everybody loves a crackdown. Ha ha ha. Now don't get me wrong, this is gonna be fun. We're making entertainment, that's what we want. The crackdown's gonna cause a huge outrage. Rugby League will be on every page. The media's gonna love it. The fans will explode, although we know Rugby League fans love to complain and moan. Although we must deny the claims, our work is all just a giant knee-jerk. Ha 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 ha! Sin bin, sin bin. We'll use the sin bin. If anyone goes near the hedge, you've got to throw them in the sin bin, sin bin. Use the sin bin. Don't be scared to throw 2 or 3 in. Throw them all in. Well, use the sin bin more and more after magic round for sure. There were 3 sent off outright, 25 on report. 24 faced the judiciary. What a wonderful time to be a referee. Crackdown, crackdown, have a crackdown. They didn't listen in round 9, so we'll go harder. Magic round, crackdown, crackdown in magic round. Everybody loves a crackdown, crack it down. Everybody loves a crackdown. One more time. Everybody loves a crackdown. Boy, wasn't it a fun crackdown? And look at those stats. What have we got? 20. And this, from what I recall, there was 3 sent off outright and 25 on report. And not one of those 3 and not one of the 25 was Jared Warrior Hargraves. If you're watching, Jared, how are you? Love to see you. But how did he remain on the field? Anyway, now it's getting to the really tricky part. I'll turn that off. And I can tune. Oh, that's the wrong side. I meant that one. Well, that's obviously going to get picked up by the mic still. What do you know? Okay, I need to settle down for this. It's going to have a little bit of sustenance, a little bit of drink. And I can tell you that the white powder I put in here was actually a pre-workout white powder with like creatine and protein and stuff. Don't you worry. It's definitely ingested with water and it's ASADA approved, not just legal. More on that in the second half. I'm delaying now. So we're getting into week 12. Week 12, what did I do? Oh, week 12. Week 12 released the Michael Cariana song, which was a wonderful, wonderful song. Michael, for those who know, is a Telegraph journalist, works for the ABC as well. And again, I stipulate that all the opinions here are nothing to do with the ABC. Don't be calling Ida. Don't be calling Rupert. This is just the opinions of, shit, it's me. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, we can't do the Michael Cariana song because Michael Cariana isn't here, and he needs to be here to actually do it. I can do the boop, 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 boop part, but the real part's Michael. He's the star of that song. So we're going to move on to week 13, and this is one which I'm really, really, really reluctant to do, but I got to do it. A certain Greg McCallum, how are you, Greg, said to me a few years ago when I was writing songs for again for the ABC and starting to do this show, I had a little problem because I didn't really want to touch a certain topic, being Todd Carney. I felt that it was just grubby and I didn't want to do it. And Greg said to me, if you're going to call yourself a rugby league satirist and you leave that stuff alone, it means you're either condoning it or censoring it. And neither of those is a good position for a satirist to be. So I wrote that song. And this one here was not quite about the same sort of event. Oh, my hair's getting very sweaty. But it is difficult for me to do this song. Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock as training begins. George sent a note to the welfare man. Said he was not feeling all right to train. The welfare man went to Rick and showed him the text message. Rick went and knocked on Don Furner's door. They had to make a tough call. George wanted a release for next year. Is missing, asking for times made it clear. Home, Canberra's not cold, grey and dull enough for George. He's going home after just 18 months. He's signed for 3 years. Tuesday, Arvo James Hooper's article breaks the news. Georgie then tweets and refutes Hooper's claims. John Bateman tweets calling James Hooper names. It breaks down so much that Josh Hodgson jumps to Georgie's defense. Can't remember the descending B minor scale. Josh does a tell-all with Paul Crawley. Why he chose Crowles, well, that's quite beyond me. George, he didn't want to leave yet, is going, he's suing for all he can get. Home, now the whole thing will be going to court. He's going home after just 18 months. He signed for 3 years. George is going home, bye-bye. What's that? That's what I should have done. It's meant to alternate between the melodic scale ascending and just the bottom notes of it. Anyway, how good is a minor melodic scale? Beautiful. You put the major sixth instead of the minor sixth. Anyway, are we up to there? Goodness, we're halfway through the show. How good. Okay, well, I guess it is. Oh, yeah, we've been going with a little bit of extra time thrown in. Better throw that there and that there. Now, this one really should have a film clip. I'm not going to say that. Yep, that's, well, so we've got some clown wigging trumps Canberra in the most livable stakes. That's all I got for that one. And now this next song, I wrote this one in 2012. So next year will be its 10-year anniversary. Every year I've had to update it several times. It normally has a film clip, so ideally I would have had this little baby here and there would have been a film clip showing on there. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time because the film clip is very time-consuming. Plus, the software I used to move the map around the screen Apple has made it redundant, so I have to recreate the whole thing. One day I'll write a musical about Apple and what they are. I'm trying to keep this a family show. Most of the swearing that happens in this room, it happens as a result of Apple's decisions. Not their equipment, their decisions in their equipment. But I digress. I'm going to sing this song. Now, I don't have the film clip, so you're just going to have to... What I might do, I might name the players. That's what I'll do. But this is the 2021 version of this song. So please feel free, if you're at home, to sing along with the chorus. How do I do that? I go like that. Oh, that's nasty. Could somebody please help me? I am still a bit confused. The definition of origin is still being misconstrued. Last year, Queensland won the series with the worst team in history. So let's locate some of the origins of this year's Queensland team. We'll look at Christian Welsh, Xavier Coates and Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. Where is Sydney? That's in Queensland. Where's Port Moresby? That's in Queensland. Where is Orange? That's in Queensland. Queensland's everywhere. Queenslanders say they play with more state passion and state pride. They sure play with their state borders. They think Queensland's a state of mind. They never seem to think redrafting maps might be taboo since Joe Bielke's gerrymander. But even Joe was Kiwi too. Felice Kafusi, Willie Offahangawe, Forawaka, and Jaden Su'a. Where is Auckland? That's in Queensland. Where is Gisborne? That's in Queensland. And where is Christchurch? That's in Queensland. Queensland's everywhere. And so it seems that origin is still not what we thought. And now the Queensland women's team has got in on the rort. Karina Brown's Victorian, Leonard Dootsie's from Moss Vale. Rona Peters is a Kiwi fern. Taran Aiken's from New South Wales. Where is Bowral? That's in Queensland. Where is Warragul? That's in Queensland. Rotorua Whangarei? That's in Queensland. Queensland's everywhere. Let's keep it going. Where's Port Hedland? That's in Queensland. Where is Tenterfield? That's in Queensland. And where is Bowraville? That's in Queensland. Queensland's everywhere. One more time. Queensland's everywhere. Pardon me. Guitar down. So that's the halftime break. Now, there will be some ads running for the halftime break, hopefully. So feel free to get yourself an orange, cut it up, have that, have some lollies, go and, do whatever you need to do, sit around, maybe get yourselves regrouped and have a little talk. But I'm going to have a little break. So, Vossi, I'm going to throw it out. Oh, so I should do this, shouldn't I? If we go like this. No, I don't do that. That's the wrong button. Hello, I'm still here. I meant to do that button. And where is it? Oh, it's that one. Now!
There's the siren. It's a game of two halves, and that's the first one done. As we head to the sheds, you'll find complimentary halftime oranges at the bar. Then you can nip back to the Donny McKinnon restrooms, get that ankle re-strapped, rub a bit of liniment into that cork thigh, or count how many fingers your trainer is holding up. We'll be back for the second half, quicker than you can say, Corey Hanawira Nayira, or Dallin Watanesa Lesniak.
Fresh bread, sweet ham, Mrs. Jewish pickle sandwiches. Socks down, head back, long blonde surfy hair sandwiches. Along a precipice, riding a zephyr wind. Apropos sandwiches. Chair down, sausage roll. Where's my phone? Sandwiches. Always fresh, always best. That's John T. Sandwiches.
John T. Sandwiches, the finest sandwiches on the...
For a long, long time, something has been missing from Rugby League. Something that brought us tremendous joy and success in the past. An element that has disappeared. A search through the list of all the 2019 NRL squads reveals that in top-level Rugby League, there is not one Jeff. There have only been two this millennium, and since poor old Jeff Lehman retired in 2017, there hasn't been a single Jeff. So, Rugby League the Musical has rounded up some of the best Jeffs who ever laced a boot. Jeff Gerard, Jeff Robinson, Jeff Tuvey. And we're calling out for all young Rugby League players named Jeff to come forward and learn from these masters. We've even engaged the services of some of the finest cricketing Jeffs to help out. Jeff Thompson, Jeff Lawson, and Jeff Marsh. Together, we will train these Jeffs of tomorrow to be the best Rugby League Jeffs they can possibly be. Master Jeff. Coming soon to Rugby League the Musical.
The siren sounds and we're back for the second half. I can tell you the paint was peeling off the walls from the heat of the halftime spray the coach gave the home team. By the looks on the faces, they're determined to fix up the error rate from the first stanza. So to start the second half with some intimate, mistake-free, hard-hitting and heartfelt campfire songs, would you please welcome a premiership hero, a man who single-handedly reduced energy consumption in the Shire 30% by causing porch lights to be switched off, Paul Gallen!
Hey? I forgot the hip. Oh, you thought you were going to get away with our girl, did you? Hey? You thought you were going to do your show with our girl turning up. I've had the shits with that prick, so I've come in here to take over and give you some of the music you want. Hey? Girl's pretty happy to be here, hey? Been locked down. And all these kids, these bloody NRL kids, they don't know how to go out and party without getting caught. But you know what girl thinks about drugs, eh? Eh? Yeah. Anyway, girl, let's get the fire back. Oh, I love a bit of a campfire. Now, girl likes to play a bit of guitar around the campfire. Can anyone guess? Obviously, people who've seen this show before, they know what sort of music that girl likes to play. Girl doesn't like that pick, but girl likes the blues. So girl's going to play us a couple of blues songs. I woke up this morning, twisted up on my bed. I couldn't lie straight 'cause I got this great big chin on my head. And I got skeletons in my closet. Let me tell you about them. I played for New South Wales. We lost again and 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 again. I tried and tried and tried, but I won 1 and I lost 10. So to get my revenge, I said, Queenslanders have 2 heads. I tried to punch Nate Miles, but he just wouldn't go down. I punched him 1, I punched him 2, I got those lost 10 series of State of Origin and 5 as captain of the New South Wales Blues. I was accused of taking peptides, but I protested my innocence. Didn't do it. The lawyer said if I pleaded guilty, I'd get a backdated sentence. I got suspended from a whole season of games I'd already played. Even to me, that didn't make sense. I've forgotten the words, eh? So as an innocent but pleaded guilty, backdated, convicted drug cheat, I'm in a good position to say that anyone taking drugs should be evicted from the game. But don't call me a hypocrite because I don't really know what that means. They put peptides in my breakfast, they put peptides in my tea. I love being on the juice. I got those lost 10 series of State of Origin and I got a mad legacy. And I lost 10 series of State of Origin as captain of the New South Wales Blues. Now, I noticed someone sitting there saying he's looking at doing a tweet. Now, of course, Gel loves a bit of Twitter. Gel loves to play a game called Drink and Tweet. Although a few years ago, it got Gel in a little bit of trouble. Gel was out on the cans, and well, there's this bloke called Steve Noyce. Now, he's a tops bloke, looks after the players. So because he's a tops bloke, the NRL sacked him. Gell was a little displeased by this and tweeted his displeasure. And this is a little story about that. Oh, boy. Steve Noyce was a man who cared for the Sharks. He cared for the players all over the park. So the NRL sacked him, that made Gell distraught. So Gell took to Twitter and told them what Gell thought. I told them he cared for the players' feelings. Noyce was kind, Noyce was nice, through Asada's nasty dealings. I can't say nice things about that bunch from the NRL because they're all Carmichael Hunts. Carmichael Hunts, Carmichael Hunts. I told you once the NRL's a bunch of Carmichael Hunts. It turns out my language offends and affronts, so I took down my tweet and they had a witch hunt. Fined me 50,000, but I bore the brunt. But I still think the NRL are Carmichael Hunts. But now I've retired and forgotten the words again. There's one record I set, and if anyone breaks it, I might come back yet. Cam Smith's won the most games. What a dull legacy. You see, I've lost more top-level rugby league fixtures than anyone in history. Sing it with Gal. Carmichael Hunts, Carmichael Hunts. I told you once the NRL's a bunch of Carmichael Hunts. Come on, sing it loud and proud. Carmichael Hunts, Carmichael Hunts. I told you once the NRL's a bunch of Carmichael Hunts. And they know it too, eh? Oh, now, Kel's going to do one more song. Now, there were some boys who got in a bit of trouble over the last few days. Bloody mobile phones. Ditch them, you idiots. Ditch them, you idiots. Anyway, this is a song about what you should be doing instead. This is a song about some good, wholesome, healthy fun you can have with your mates. Oh, I love to have a beer with Dugan. I love to have a beer with Dukes. We don't do moderation. Then it's pineapple cruises up on the roof. We drink while he's in recovery. It helps his injuries heal great. I love to have a beer with Dugan. His road trips are great. Oh, I love a barbecue at Vaughnies. I love a barbecue in Paul's shed. We don't do moderation. When the cops come, we roam home or hide under the bed. Then Corey leaves his mobile phone there with his car with personalised plates. Oh, I love a barbecue with Vaughnie. Getting fined and stood down is great. Oh, I love to have a beer with the Bulldogs. I love to have a beer with the Dogs. We don't do moderation. Then we're up on the table and we drop our togs. We drink at the Harbourview Hotel. Then we cup each other's family jewels. I love to have a beer with the Bulldogs. Their punishment was way too cruel. Oh, I love a beer with Dylan Napa. Yeah, I love to have a beer with Dill. We don't do moderation. Then he puts on his beret and we make art films. He likes filming with stark lighting. He likes getting stark naked too. Oh, I love to have a beer with the Real Big Puppy. I'm sure you would too. Let's go. Let's change key. Oh, I love to have a beer with Nate Miles. I love to have a beer with Nate. We don't do moderation. And in hotel halls he likes to defecate. He walks down the hall stark naked, 'cause he's been drinking late. Yeah, I love to have a beer with Nate Miles. His forehead is first rate. Oh, I love to have a beer with Gaznier. I mean Mark, not Reg, of course. We don't do moderation. Then he gets fired up and wants to spurt some sauce. We drink when he's selected for Origin. Then he gets sacked the very next day. Oh, I love to have a beer with Gaznier. His phone manner is great. Oh, I love Chinese with Corey Norman. Yes, I love to have Chinese with him. We don't do moderation. And those aren't Eclipse mints in his Eclipse mints tin. We like eating at the Century, 'cause the dumplings there are great. Oh, I love Chinese with Corey Norman and his underworld mates. Yeah, I love to have a beer with Dugan, 'cause Dugan's me mate. Ha! All right, that's bloody enough. I'm going to go. See how this bloody thing works here. What do? We do a bit of that one. Hey, see yous. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the one. Oh, there's more curtains. Turn the mic off, you idiot.
Balls and Tackles, the only licensed supplier of NRL undies. Wear your team close to your loins.
Oh, Aiden, your perineum feels so silky smooth in those undies.
Hey, Willie, got your balls and tackles on?
Choose your team, choose your size, and order online. No, this is a real product. You can actually buy these. Dennis is wearing them right now. You better be wearing Balls and Tackles undies, Hodjo.
Yeah, I am.
NRL undies from Balls and Tackles. You better get some, 'cause Gel's checking.
Now I've got the mic on. Forgets to turn the mic on, forgets to put the headphones on. Right, now it's going to get real interesting. Now it's going to get a little bit experimental. I don't know the words to this song, and I couldn't find them written down anywhere. So it's going to be very, very very experimental, and hopefully it's going to work. But we're into now week 17, and I'm looking at the wrong camera again. I'm awfully sorry. Let me look over to that one there. So week 17, it was announced that the Bulldogs had a new boss. Not necessarily a coach as such, a coaching director, someone who sits above the coach. And I noticed someone was calling before, and they said they typed in no, 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 no. So what I want you to do here for this song is think about those words. I want you to sing like that. No, 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 no. No, so that's the main part of this song. I want you to sing along with me here. No, 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 no. Practice at home. No, 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 no. And then we go up a minor third. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. All right. See what happens here. Boy, anything could happen. No, 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 no. The Bulldogs have got themselves a new boss man. No, 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 no. He's been around rugby league since the game began. No, 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 no. On Channel 9 he gives sublime commentary.
Oh my God.
And every word he writes for Fairfax everybody reads. When you listen to the way he speaks, you think Gus truly believes he's the man who invented rugby league. Come on, no, 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 no. He invented not finding touch with penalties.
Goal takes the kick. Oh, he's failed to find touch.
And he invented saying brilliant in commentary.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant.
He invented swearing in press conferences.
But I deserve the shit you give me.
And he invented getting sent from the coach's bench. You want a 5-year plan? Yeah, he's your man. He makes a new one at the drop of a hat. He's the man who invented rugby league. Sing it! No, 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 no. He invented jumping out of the commentary box.
If they award this, I will jump out of the box.
Then he invented not jumping out of the commentary box.
Oh, get me a parachute!
He invented stealing Laurie Daly's chair.
I went to grab the seat. Phil obviously grabbed it before me.
And he invented whatever the hell it was he did with his hair. He invented giving Ivan Cleary the sack. He invented giving Ivan Cleary back. Didn't like Anthony Griffin, so he gave him the hook. When you're in Gus's kitchen, he's the only cook, he says. No, 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 no. One more time. No, 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 no. Gus Gould. Right. Did you all sing along? I really hope you... Oh, there's some people singing along there. Yes, lovely to see it. Or are they saying, don't do the song? Oh, was it Greg McCallum that sent him from the bench? I just realised it didn't actually make that the right scale. There's a little button I'm supposed to press in the software that stops it from doing the thing. Anyway, I'm noticing people are donating. Thank you very much for that. Some people have been very generous. The reason I didn't put a price on this is I didn't know if this is even going to work. Didn't know if it was going to happen, and it's all very experimental, so I didn't want to put a price on an experiment. That's not pure science. Pure science is you just do experiment for experiment's sake. Now, some people have found that there's a hat there in the link, and you can throw money in the hat. You follow the link to Streamlabs, Dennis Carnahan. But, like I said, there's no tomato jar. So you probably see on the screen that little fellow there. There's things going in there, likes and things going there, and names come up here. It's very exciting. But there's no corresponding tomatoes over here, and I just hit the microphone. Very clumsy. Anyway, this one, I seriously do not know what's going to happen here because I wrote this song that's in Queensland, has tortured a lot of Queenslanders because state of origin means everything to Queensland, much more than it does to New South Wales. New South Wales, don't really care about Queenslanders, and a shout out to all the Queenslanders out there tonight. Queensland cares a lot more about Queensland than New South Wales cares about New South Wales. If you listen to, for instance, Anastasia Palaszczuk talking, she runs at about 4 Queenslands a minute. She just drops in Queensland. It's a great day for Queensland. Queenslanders can be very proud that Queensland has closed Queensland's border. Whereas you listen to Gladys, and Gladys doesn't talk about New South Wales and New South Wales people. A, because it's clumsy, New South Walesers, blues, cockroaches, whatevs. Queenslanders love Queensland. And so because I'd tortured Queensland so much with That's in Queensland, and there's another song which I haven't done tonight, which is the Ronaldo Mulatalo song, which is actually written to the theme music of a lot of these opening things, but I can't do it without a full brass band. I can't do it on guitar. I mean, That's in Queensland has bloody diminished chords, for God's sake. That's difficult enough. I don't know how to play the brass chords on guitar and make it sound any good. And there's backing vocals, so I didn't do it. Anyway, so I wrote this song, and it's very experimental, and it really, if you want to hear the full version with the full band, all these songs, or most of these songs, are on the ABC Music page. So you can actually Google ABC Music Song of the Week, Dennis Carnahan, put those things in, and it'll come up with a page with all these songs, and there's little videos with all the lyrics written along them. And they're all beautifully recorded. And that's why I put them up there. This one, because I'm doing it on my own, it's going to be a little bit shit, and it's a difficult song to do anyway. So hopefully this thing is going to work, and we'll be able to do this song. All I want to do when I wake up in the morning is say one word. Where's the button? Queenslander! Queenslander! Never thought that a single word could make me feel so good. Queenslander. All I want to do before the game on Wednesday evening is shout it out. Queenslander! Queenslander! Who'd have thought losing origin could ever hurt so bad? Not quite a year since we won the Shield. Queenslander, yeah. Now it's gone, we can't lose 3-0. Queensland, all the way. Queenslander, yeah. Win the final game. Queenslander, yeah. Queensland, all the way. Queenslander, yeah. Win the Blues Wednesday. Queenslander, yeah. I can see the face of Choppy Close tearing up because of Queensland pride. I think I've run out of Queenslanders here. I might have to go back to there and do that one. Oh, God damn it. I can see in the face of Choppy Close tearing up because of Queensland pride. Queenslander! And I can still smell the glory of the victory back in 95. Queenslander. Last year we won the series when they said we had the worst ever Queensland side. Queenslander! Queenslander! You gotta shout it loud and proud next Wednesday night. Not quite a year since we won the Shield. Queenslander, yeah. Now it's gone, we can't lose 3-0. Queensland all the way. Beat the Blues Wednesday. Queenslander, yeah. Queenslander, final game. Queenslander, yeah. Beat the Blues Wednesday. Come on, Billy.
Queenslander, 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 Queenslander.
Queenslander, yeah. Whew. I hope that made you Queenslanders happy. It's a bit scary in here. There's just stuff going on everywhere. How did Billy get out of the screen? Oh, goodness. Right. That one's a little bit easier to do with the backing track. It's kind of demanding having to do that with one guitar. So obviously, that was written after Game 2 in the week before Game 3. So Queensland had lost the series. So I gave them something. I just gave them a little song, a little bit of Queenslander and a little bit of Jesus Christ. How did he get in? Magic. There's the magic. That's the magic I needed earlier. Now, this next song, we're going now to week 19. And in week 18, round 18, there was a wonderful game. And again, there's another game with the Rabbitohs. So cheers to all the Bunnies fans out there in the big dance. But there was a Bunnies game that had a very, very odd dance in it. And for those who don't know and didn't see it, it's going to be a little bit strange. But this is a song that's celebrating Lachlan Lewis. Lachlan Lewis's work with Cody Walker. It was a wonderful thing. How's this go? Really? Oh, it's E flat major 7. That's better. It's been a while since you won, and Cody Walker got your head undone. If you kept your lead, you could stop your long losing run. He wasn't looking at you. You chased him, tried to tell him what to do, and all he said was reserve grade's better for you. Brain, brain, brain snap. You twist around, threw Cody down, brain snap. It's 10 in the sin bin for that. So goodbye, well, brain snap. It's goodbye. Your team was leading by 2, but they were down to 12 because of you. The Rabbitohs put on 8 points while you were gone. That kind of sealed your fate. Your Bulldogs ended losing it by 8, and all it took was one brain snap, then you were done. Brain, brain, brain snap. You twist around, threw Cody down, brain snap. It's 10 in the sin bin for that. So goodbye, well, brain snap. It's goodbye. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Is that ad 9? No, ad 9's. Oh, it's there. That's what it's meant to be. There you go. A little bit of Daryl Braithwaite. Oh, God. Well, I've had a lovely message here from an 11-year-old boy from Wagga Wagga, Jamal. And Jamal's offered... Jamal, I'm not going to do that. No. And Jamal has asked me to do something which I'm not going to do on camera. Oh, maybe... No, I won't. Not enough money for that. But is Lachlan heading for Selford? Goodness, I've got no idea. Well, of course. So Lachlan does appear again a little bit later on in another song for something else he did. What a big year for someone who's not such a big name player, although obviously his name's quite big. It really had quite the year out, didn't he? And so, yeah, shout out to Jamal Lovely to speak to Jamal. And I'm a little bit fascinated that not one person has yet asked for Chisel, because anyone sitting anywhere with an acoustic guitar, the first comment should have been, play some Michael Lucking Chisel, you Carmichael Hunt, followed with, play some Michael Lucking Akadaka, you Carmichael Hunt. But anyway, hasn't happened. Where are we at? Well, I've just done that song. I'm not going to do that one again. All right, this is another little experiment here. Let's put that up. This is very, very interesting. I'm definitely going to try and tune that because major sevenths sound a little bit... There she is. Anything off-field. I'm talking about an on-field scourge that's very misunderstood. And it's a certain type of injury that... Oh, look, we've got someone shouting out to Jamal and his family. That's sweet. But anyway, this is... And, oh, wait a second. So shout out to... I'm trying to do an emotional song here, people. I'm getting all these things about... Can you shout out to Angus Henskins, Gus? How are you, Gus? Last time Gus spoke to me, it was to take my shirt off. He's worse than Jamal. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Gus Henskins. Oh! Yes, it's an Apple iPhone, Terry, and it infuriates me, and the screen's cracked. And I think the only cure, the best tech advice I could give is to get an axe. Love a bit of an axe. Thank you, Joshua Lloyd. Thank you. And rock on, Jamal. Beautiful. Tucker's daughter. Wow. Is that you, Ralph? Tucker's daughter. I wasn't thinking of Tucker's daughter, but if I let me search. Hang on. No. Oh, wait a second. This is riveting stuff right now. Here we go. If anyone can guess what song this is going to be, I want to see it written up in the things there. If someone can guess. Chisel song. But not yet. First up. Winding down, getting emotional again. This is an injury that happens and it's misunderstood. So I've actually had to employ the services of NRL physio. The NRL physio's come in with me on this one. And I've... there's too many messages going on. It's much easier when people in the crowd and they all go out at once. So this is a song I did with the NRL physio. I will be putting this on YouTube eventually, but here it comes. And software's not working. Your foot rolled over and spun, and something went wrong inside. Ow! You were on the ground and clinging to your ankle that night. So where are you now, my sweet Brian Top? Oh, there'll be no more dancing till your surgery's done. I cried me a river. It wasn't just a sprained ankle. The tibia and fibula were forced apart. The words that broke my heart injured syndesmosis and ankle sprain high up, damaging ligaments between the two lower leg bones. 6 weeks till you'll come back, 'cause your ankle needs surgery. You damaged your anterior tibiofibular ligament and or your posterior tibiofibular ligament. So goodbye, 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 goodbye. But it's not only talk. Oh, there are others who've suffered. Chris Smith and Brian Kelly and Bradman Bell.
S2, Brendan Hamlin, Ueli, and Matt Ikivalu. The tibias and fibulas were forced apart. The words that broke their hearts injured syndesmosis and ankle sprain high up. Ditch binding ligaments between the two lower leg bones. At least Bradman and Braden have come back to play again, but they damaged the ligaments between their tibia and fibula. Not just their talofibular or calcaneofibular ligaments. So goodbye, 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 goodbye. Injured syndesmosis.
D minus 7 over G, that's a bitch of a thing to do. Lovely chord, though. Oh. Third in the bass on a 7th. Lovely. What was the other one? Oh, that's the third song that's got a bloody diminished chord in it. How good. So much easier on piano. There's obviously written on piano. Still haven't seen anyone. Oh, yeah, I'll save the changes. Listen out to the wind, babe. Just a little tease. So yeah, Brian Sini, thank you. And I will put the film clip out. And thank you for the advice on the phone on the pronunciations. And I should also shout out to Dave McCaskey, another. He's a Quangers physio who got me off on the calcaneofibula, because I thought it was going to be calcaneofibula, but it's the calcaneus in the fibula. That's the lateral ankle sprain. So what you've got the tibia and the fibula, the two bones in your lower leg, and they're bound together at the bottom by some strapping. They're ligaments between the tibia and the fibula, the tibiofibular ligament and the anterior and posterior. And what a syndesmosis is when those bits get twisted. So underneath where the two bones hit, that's the ankle there. So normally it's these ligaments there. But anyway, meaningless songs in very high voices. Gosh, there's a memory. Speaking of meaningless songs, let's get back on track. We're in week 21. And in week 20, obviously again, I wrote the song after week 20. In week 20, it looked like Rugby League was going to fall apart because of COVID. And Anastasia Pelichet, I'm getting too emotional. I might have to throw to Dennis Carnahan. Thanks, Dennis. It did get a bit tricky during COVID, and Queensland had a COVID outbreak. And because the NRL was bubbled in Queensland, we had some problems. So all the broadcasters were getting ready to go on a Saturday morning, and phone calls started happening saying, it looks like the league might not be happening. Back to you, Dennis. Thanks. Dennis Carnahan there from the other camera. So again, the Rabbitohs in a song? How come the Rabbitohs appear in all these songs? I suppose the Panthers were in the last ones. So there was one team had actually left Brisbane and was stuck. And this is a song about how it happened that one of the teams got stuck. I don't have to press play because I'm playing it live. That's even a nice start. Where's G? That's out of tune. That's definitely out. Yeah, there it is. The G's getting a bit wobbly. Oh, it should be away. Pete was having breakfast last Saturday morn. That's the wrong key. Pete was having breakfast last Saturday morn, pouring milk onto his flakes of corn. The phone rang, he picked it up, and he said, "Hi." It was Andrew Abdo, his right-hand man. He said the Queensland government is shutting us down. They've canned all sport. Oh, Pete, I think I'll cry. South Sydney had already landed up there in Rocky. Pete said, keep them all on board, don't let them go. Yes, leave them on the jet plane. I don't know when they can play again. Oh, babe, don't let them go. The other Saturday games had been let down. They tried to move them to other towns. Though they tried and tried, they couldn't get it done. Pete called Anastasia, said, Anna, this year you've had all 3 origins up here. Let us play tomorrow or next year. You'll have none. Then the league games were on the next day. Thank God they all came back again. League games on the next day. League games on the next day. I've got a boo. A boo from Michael Carianis. Michael Carianis is throwing tomatoes. Oh, is that because I didn't play the Michael Carianis song? What is that noise? Oh, it's that computer. Wow. Why did I cut that on? I don't need it. Oh, I'll need it for this song. Okay. So we're getting down to week 22. Now, this song really should have had a film clip. I wish I had, because this guy, he's just magic. So we've got earlier, for those who missed the first half, we had the first coach sacking happened way back to the Sharks coach in round 5. Halfbacks, they're the first quit, the first big name quit, the first big name coach. Now, this guy gets the Dally M that's been... Actually, the statue for this Dally M is a picture of Michael Ennis. And this is another song. When I played this one, I played it to a couple of boomers, what do you call them? A couple of Pfizer kids. And they hadn't heard the original song. So this is a song for the AZs. A little bit of Rick Springfield about one of the worst sledges in rugby league. How's it go? Yeah, I can't work that bit out, so we'll just have to play it. When you were young and playing rugby league at school, they should have taught you the golden rule. Don't talk to sledges, don't be a fool. They're only trying to make you lose your cool. So now when someone is sledging you, ignoring him's the best thing to do. Now there's one man you shouldn't listen to. I'm begging you, please don't talk to Chambers. Players shouldn't talk to Chambers. You know he's trying to screw you up. Ooh, so don't talk to Chambers. Don't listen to what he says. Don't even look at him. There it is. When he was losing to Manly 44-10, he jumped at Dylan Walker over again. Next week he played the Warriors, and then he started chirping at all of them. And that's when Kane Evans tried to take off his head, as did Matt Lodge and DWZ. Sin bin suspensions, ignore him instead. When you're playing him, please don't talk to Chambers. Players shouldn't talk. No, he's trying to screw you up. Ooh, so don't talk to Chambers. Don't even talk to him. Don't even look at him. There it is. Dylan Walker loves Bill Chambers. Oh, we got a boo for Bill Chambers. Yep. We've got Terry Bull saying he's a Pfizer kid. It's a Rick Springfield song, Don't Talk to Strangers. Honestly, when I came up with Don't Talk to Chambers, to the tune of Don't Talk to Strangers, I wet myself. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. No one else got it. So there you go. Anyway. But, hell, if we're going to do Rick Springfield, it's incumbent upon anyone that's going to do a Rick Springfield song in this year when a particular man is looking so good. And, I'm going to have to do this one. It's not on the schedule. It's not part of this year, but it just has to be done. Desi is a man. I've always been a big fan of his. But lately something's changed and it ain't hard to explain. Desi's looking so attractive with that masculine blonde mane. And he's screwing up those eyes. And he's screaming into that headset, I just know it. And he's ripping off the dressing room door late at night. You know, I wish that I was Desi's girl. I wish that I was Desi's girl. Where can I find a madman like that? He likes to cleanse his players' souls. That's the only way he knows how to play. I know sometimes things he says might be absurd, but his voice is just so husky you can hardly hear a word. And he's screwing up those eyes. And he's screaming into that headset, I just know it. And he's ripping off the dressing room door late at night. You know, I wish that I was Desi's girl. I wish that I had Desi's curls. I want Desi's curls. I wish that I had Desi's curls. Boo Lodge. Yes. Mentioned Lodge. Do a Zoot song. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice. I used to play it, but I can't remember how it goes. Damn it. Anyway. Okay, so we've got Chambers, who's pretty much got the grub of the year, or the pest of the year, the sledger of the year has gone to him. So we've got the first coach sacked, the first major player to quit. And we've got the sledger of the year. But this year there's been a retirement from one of the greats of the game, and he's multiple premiership winner, played for a lot of clubs, journeyman, and famously the goldfish, just does things and then forgets, does things wrong, forgets them, wins, forgets. So that's not it. Oh, I'm just going to do it without words because I'm supposed to know this. Right. Well, I better turn this on. So this next song is a tribute to one of the greats, but he had a little fetish, this guy. And he did it over and over again. And the thing is, you know, a bit like the Storms idiots, there was a camera involved. And this guy's fetish, rugby league and fetishes obviously go hand in hand, but this guy's fetish, it got caught on camera. Now, what was this? I have no chords. Let's hope we go. Oh, I'm going to put the screen up for that. There it is. Let's see what happens.
He's thrown a shoe here, or somebody literally has thrown the shoe about 14 rows into the grandstand.
Footballers love their boots, like Sarah Jessica Parker loves shoes.
I like them a lot.
It's hard to play without two. Nobody wants to wear one shoe.
Kevin Gordon's boot came off.
So who threw Kevin Gordon's shoe?
Ferguson is out on the
They
play.
must have thrown Blake Ferguson's too. Oh look, it's Maloney who threw. He loves to throw a shoe or two.
He's put it down to the 20.
He wants to, yes sir, to throw a shoe or two. James Maloney likes to throw a shoe or two. But goodness, there's been a protest. The NRL have banned shoe fetishes.
I like them.
What's Paul Maloney to do? He really loves to throw a shoe. He wants to, yes sir, to throw a shoe or two. James Maloney likes to throw a shoe or two. He's going to, yes sir, to throw a shoe or two. He wants to throw a shoe or two. That's what he'll do.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Boy, I hope that worked. Yeah, well, we're getting down to the business end now. This next song, it's going to be a little bit challenging as well, again with a single guitar, but hey, that's what happens. This bloke gets more off track than the Raiders in the second half. Eleanor Rigby. Oh, it's chords. I'm going to play that on Fire Up tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. And for anyone listening who doesn't listen to Fire Up, you need to log on to Fire Up on you need to follow Fire Up on Facebook and Twitter. And there's a group on Facebook called Blowing Up Deluxe, and that's what people are doing right now. There's people blowing up Deluxe because I haven't yet said who's the Mug Lair of the year. And that's a really big one. I'm sorry, I'm completely thrown by someone saying that I'm going more off track than the Raiders' second half. Oh, that one stings. That really stings. But find the Facebook group Blowing Up Deluxe. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of, genuine NRL fans. And Fire Up is a blend of arts, science, culture, and rugby league. And those things all go together. So please find the podcast on wherever your podcasts are. It's brought out in the Diamantina Podcast Network, the Batuta Advocates Network. So we're recording it tomorrow. We normally record it on a Tuesday, but hook up tomorrow. But now I'm stalling again because this is going to be very difficult. So like playing a disco song on one guitar is somewhere beyond challenging, but I'll have a go at it. I need to put that on. Well, you can't tell by the way I use my falls. I'm a diving man with or without the ball. If I get touched up high at all, then I'll lie down till I get the call. But now it's alright. I'm no cheat. It's just a bit of gamesmanship. The referee didn't see. Maybe the bunker will give a penalty. But team's under pressure, so I'll try and get a crusher. Yeah, I'm taking a dive. I'm taking a dive. If I've tackled nothing, then I'll play for the obstruction. That's taking a dive. I'm taking a dive. Taking a dive. Taking a dive. Taking a dive.
We don't condone, diving, but we did tonight, so.
Well, if I touch high, then I'll dive low, lie on the ground and wail and moan. But once I hear that whistle blow, I jump up, quick tap, and off I go. But now it's alright. I'm no cheat, it's just a bit of gamesmanship. As they go by, I'll take a dive, claim obstruction, stop the try. Even when I'm bitten, I'm still competing, and I'm taking a dive. I'm taking a dive. Don't say it's cheating, that ain't no way of speaking. I'm just taking a dive. I'm taking a dive. Taking a dive. Taking a dive. Taking a dive.
No.
No try.
I was going nowhere, so I fell over. That's taking a dive. Pretend I've suffered and earn a crusher. That's taking a dive. Boy. Oh, diving. What a terrible blight it is on the game. Where the hell did he come from? Wow. That's what was meant to happen. Oh, what's he's come out of the screen? God damn it. So yes, diving, what a great thing. Obviously, that vision, I didn't have the vision of Fergo doing his fantastic dive. That was, oh, get out. Billy, diver. Okay. So we had another retirement this year, and this was a real tragedy. We've gotten to song 25, week 25. And in week 25, the people's hero, Matt Checken, announced his retirement. It was a great tragedy. He's one of the. Look, I've got to say, quite a few referees have been to this show, and Matt Checken has been to this show, and it was a great honour to sing this song to him. Only a couple of nights after it happened, but he is dead set the people's hero. And don't tell me I have to remember the chords in this as well. No, I don't have the words written down, so I'm going to have to do this off memory again. But this is a song. Let's get the screen back up here. We've got it. It's a song celebrating the greatest work of Matt Checken. What key is it in? Yes. Another one for the AstraZenecas. Chechen was a ref from the west side of the country. He grew up in WA, back when the Reds still played. In the cool of an autumn night, in the land of Gallen and DT, Cameron Smith being offside gave away a penalty. Then Smith showed Chet's descent, so Chet marched him another 10. When Smith gave lip again, Chet sent him to the bin. I heard the angels sing, and 16,000 people cheered when Smith was binned. Brother would have knighted penalties, first time in the bin in 16 years. Glory be. I heard the church bells ring, and 16,000 people booed when Smith was binned. The penalty count was 33, finally a righteous referee. Yes, indeed. As he walked towards the line, he wouldn't go to the other side. A triumph of pantomime, and the Cronulla crowd went wild. They were shouting at him, cheat, and he dummied with his feet. And he smiled a villain's grin as he stumbled towards the bin. It looked like he'd changed his mind when he failed to cross the line. The touch judge said it's time, and he fell across the line. He was finally in his place, and the crowd went wild again. I heard the angels sing, and 16,000 people booed when Smith was binned. Finally, what a night of penalties, finally a righteous referee. Glory be. Very, very sad to see him go. Still in tune. Okay, well, gee, we're nearly there. A couple more to go. Week 26. Now, this is a big one. Now, this is, I mentioned before that I've been doing these songs in order. So we've been going through a journey in time through the year. So we've gone from round one, we've gone through the first coach being sacked, we've gone through the halfback quitting, we've gone through the biggest grub. we're getting down now to week 26. So this is the week after the first finals. So the first, I'm getting quite lost here, after the regular season. And the NRL banned Mad Monday because, you know, it can only lead to trouble. It can only lead to people singing Sweet Caroline and cupping each other's family jewels, and no one wants that. Of course they do. Everyone wants that. But anyway, this is a song about that. I don't need this for it, and this is going to be very challenging to do. Oh, I'll put the off not on button. It's going to be quite challenging to do without a track, but we're going to have a go. Start it up here, maybe. Nope, that's wrong. Where's that? Hang on, it's going to be there. Fuck it. The season's done, the finals are here. It's the time the NRL most fear. They ban Mad Monday dress-up is this year. But Project Apollo's protocols make a whole new set of rules to break, and the players saw a chance to take, oh yeah, for a little bit of off-field misbehavior. Some Dragons had a barbecue despite them being told not to. A neighbour called the boys in blue, oh yeah. Corey left his wallet there. DeBellin hid beneath the bed. Duffy ran the 5K home instead, oh yeah. It's a little bit of off-field misbehavior. Andrew Abdul loves to deal with off-field misbehavior. The Bulldogs had a Bondi flaunt. Dugan, Potts Point restaurant, fake road trip, animal feeding jaunt. Oh yeah! Jay Arrow snuck a dancer into the bubble during Origin. Appy got caught doing the same thing. Oh yeah! Curtis Scott ejected out of Kokomo. Adam Elliott was kicked out of the White Rhino for a topless toilet tryst after 1,000 beers. Lachlan Lewis selling speakers, that's just some of this year's off-field misbehavior. Off-field misbehavior. Have to page down. This is the one I said with the other songs, they were all written at the time, and this one I had to add to it. But of course there's always more, this time from the kicked out Melbourne Storm trying to celebrate their flawed campaign. And a young man with the prettiest eyes chose to publicly apologise for not knowing the words to Sweet Caroline and possession of cocaine. It's a little bit of off-field misbehavior. Daily Telly wouldn't sell without off-field misbehavior. The best way to generate good clickbait is off-field misbehavior. There we go. So that brings us now to the last song I did. I haven't played this yet, but we're going over time here. The broadcasters, they're happy because they're getting more ads in. Well, there's no one advertising, of course. But anyway, what have I got next? Oh, this is going to be another challenge. I might just have a little... there we go. I really wish I'd made more use of that camera, but it's kind of difficult when you're on your own to do it. And also because my microphone's quite directional and I have to turn away. Anyway. Look, I would, before I do this song, I'd like to thank those brave people who've actually watched. This has been a very long show and it's nearly done. So I'm going to probably go and have some more sports drinks after this. So thank you for tuning in, but I've got a couple more songs. So this is not quite the last one yet. I Whoa, wait a second.
The NRL has got to make a decision on whether they're going to allow coaches to deliberately manipulate referees and try and influence them. If you allow public manipulation directly influencing them, then you're only human if you're a referee. You get phone calls to say you need to tidy this area up. Well, why is that? Because someone's complained about us.
Ivan went to his press conference with a crazy idea in his head. His team had just lost to the Bunnies. Maybe he could win the press conference instead. There'd been a lot of tension in the weeks before the game. He said they'd be manipulating and coaches were complaining, and all of it was Wayne. Yeah!
I didn't start the conversation publicly. I wasn't going public with anything. He was the one that come out and started mouthing off. So if he's critical of himself.
Wayne walked into the press room, still glowing from the win, and the journalists then told him what Ivan said about him. Wayne said I didn't start it. Yeah, Ivan was the man. He's the one that's mouthing off. He should be critical of himself. Ivan won't do that again, 'cause Wayne shut him down in a blaze of glory. That's Wayne's game. Control the truth. Ivan going down then became the story. Oh, Ivan drew first, but Wayne was too fast. Wayne cut him down. Poor young Ivan. Wow, bit late for Bon Jovi, and that's the last song. That's it. We're done. So what I'm going to do by way of a little encore is, yes, Game Set Wayne. What I'm working on at the moment is little ditty about Ivan and Wayne, two Australian coaches trying to win just one game. And it's going to go on a little bit. That's the plan. The ditty of Ivan and Wayne will be the grand final preview, but because of all this stuff, I haven't actually got it done. So what I'm going to leave you with instead is, how's it go? Another one for the Queenslanders. I guess I should apologise. I have been a bit unfair. It seems most Queensland players did originate up there. And so I think it's time that I should set the record straight and name the towns that bred the champions who played for that fair state. Where is Brisbane? That's in Queensland. Brisbane, that's in Queensland. Where is Bundaberg? That's in Queensland. And where is Cairns? That's in Queensland. Queensland's everywhere. Where is Ipswich? That's in Queensland. Fuck, I can't remember the chords. It's my own song. Let's pull it up. Bear with me a moment. This isn't embarrassing at all. Thank God there's no one here to see this rubbish. Where is Ipswich? That's in Queensland. And where is Tenterfield? No, not Tenterfield. What's the other one? Innisfail. That's in Queensland. But where's the Origin Shield? That's in New South Wales. Queensland's in despair. Oh, boy. All right, that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's Been quite the experiment. I've hoped you've enjoyed yourselves. I'm looking forward to hearing the reviews and reading through the thousands of comments. Before I go, I'll plug Fire Up. You've got to find Fire Up podcast and find Blowing Up Deluxe. And also Cricket the Musical. So we're nearly done the grand final. This is obviously the winter show. The summer show is Cricket the Musical. And that'll be hopefully at the Bridge Hotel. It's booked in for February. Goodness knows what's going to happen. Apparently I'm going to Canberra and Melbourne as well with Cricket the Musical. But we'll see what happens. And also, I need to give a big thank you to Sean Peter, who I can see has been making a lot of comments on there. Sean helped me set this up, and this simply would not have happened without him. Love you, Sean. Thank you. Sean's a genuine musicals kind of gal. And also Andy Lyle, who hired me the stuff. But a big shout out to the Bridge Hotel, who, live music, etc., can't be done. And I've loved playing there, so I'm hoping to get back there. Thank you all very much. And I think with that, I think we're done. And, there's problems now. There's big problems. We're definitely done when that sort of shit starts happening. Oh, Billy comes in. So thank you very much. And again, there's the donations link in the description. If you felt you'd enjoyed it, like I said, I didn't want to put a price on this because I didn't know what was going to happen. If you've enjoyed yourselves, feel free to donate. If not, don't. But thanks for watching. And I'm going to close the curtains. And she's all over. Thank you.